They call it the American dream. But for us, the dream wasn't in Silicon Valley. It was in a classroom in India. We flew back with a question. Why is real education reserved only for a lucky few? To a school leader, a classroom is a promise of the future. To a student, it's a world waiting to be explored. But for too long, the classrooms have been flat, restricted to pages and whiteboards. And that's when CognoSpace happened. We didn't just want to add more technology. We wanted to add more possibilities. We started with a simple question. What happens when we stop teaching concepts and make students do the concepts? And we just had a daring hope that if you give a child a straw and a balloon, you can teach them the physics of the universe. Our second big decision after choosing to fight against rote learning was about the classroom structure. It was still 19th century. Rows of desks designed for obedience, not innovation or collaboration. We started with one school. We called it an experiential lab. But the kids, they called it magic. Every day became a science fair for them. Students indulged in STEM education and 21st century skills like never before in a seamless manner. And then we put the final nail in the coffin of the topper versus loser hypocrisy. In a CognoSpace lab, there are no losers, only teammates. And people work in groups. Then came the year 2024-25. We blossomed from one school to 9 schools. When children work together, they triumph together. Suddenly, Bloom's taxonomy wasn't just a textbook theory. It was happening in front of our eyes in 9 different schools. Now, the next thing was to make the product great. We took a leap of faith and launched our own R&D and manufacturing unit. We wanted to give the best to our children. Then came 2025-26. And with the response we received from 9 schools, we wanted to scale. We added capabilities. Our team grew from mere 6 people to 60 people in just 6 months. And we added 50 more schools in 5 states to become 60 schools strong. The response from 60 schools was immense. Students were loving the program. What we achieved with 9 schools a year ago, we could replicate across 60 schools seamlessly. The model was scalable. And that brings us to today. Our team is growing, therefore our schools. We are now in 104 schools impacting 55,000 students weekly. We always want to give the best to our children, and that's exactly what CognoSpace aims for. Thank you for being a part of the journey and being our masters, dear children. This is all for you.